All right, here at Blossom. Looks really good. Tony is calling me right now. Tony, what's up, bruh? I'm standing here looking at art flying at Blossom. It looks pretty much the same as every time I've been here. This is looking actually pretty good. I'm gonna say this is gonna be decent. Yeah, I think we're in the money. All right, I'll hit you up later. All right, later, Tony. Okay, so hiking up. Art just took off to go to El Capitan. So I had a feeling it was going to be good, almost post-frontal type conditions, and that's what it looks like to me anyways. When I was driving here, you could see it was really overcast, but it broke about El Cajon, and once again, I am excited to fly. Yes. So we had a little bit of a situation. The glue, I tried to put the GoPro on a new mount because the other mount kept on letting the GoPro fall down, as you saw in my last video. And I tried to put the new one on, but there wasn't enough strength in the glue or whatever. As soon as I put it in the bag, it unglued itself. So I can't trust dropping the dang GoPro off the top of the helmet in the middle of my flight. That would really ruin my day. So there's not going to be any filming on this one, except for just maybe if I put this thing in my pocket or something. So anyways, but it looks good. Art's coming back from El Cap right now, and I'm watching him from a distance, and we should be flyable right now. So I'm pretty excited. Kind of bummed out I couldn't film the when I first started flying, the first about 10 minutes the lift was probably in the I don't want to speculate. It was ridiculously strong, and they were so fire hydrant like. I mean, it wasn't like these broad thermals. They were very narrow, and so they were like blasting the wing. So I was taking these little collapses here and there. I'm getting tossed to the right, to the left, and it seemed like I kept flying into the thermal, but then I would fly out of it, and there was, you know how they say there's sink on the outside, and then in the middle of the thermal it's really strong lift. Well, I didn't work it properly, obviously, in the beginning anyways, and I was flying back and forth on the ridge pretty much the whole time. And at the end, I would say the last hour it glassed off, and it was just incredible. It was much smoother from about 5:30 to 6:30 was just smooth as butter. I mean, there was still some punchy areas, but I knew where they were, and I would kind of stay away from it. And then right at about 6:30, 6:35-ish, something like that, there was just this incredible lift. And so I was a few hundred feet above the launch and just really enjoying the feel of it. It was incredible. And so, yeah, man, it was just great. When it was all said and done, I did about 6 top landings, if you include the last flight, which I flew down to the bailout. Altogether was about 2 hours of flight, and just, man, I'm still kind of in shock how it was incredible. So, in the very beginning, right at, I would say about 5 o'clock, 5:15, it was just knocking my socks off, man. Every time I would hit the thermal towards Thumper, where Amen Ridge is, boom, I would get blasted. And so I was a little bit nervous because I'm still in this new wing, trying to figure it out. But when it was all said and done, I top landed 6 times, or 5 times at the very top, and then I hit the bailout at the end, so six landings. And just love it, man. It was so nice. But I really appreciate something that Nick Hawks told me, or something that he recommended, because I was having a hard time. I kept overshooting the top landing, and what he mentioned to me was that the back of the wing, or I'm sorry, at the height of the wing, the wing is still technically in that good air, even when your body is kind of in the rotor. So I'm thinking that makes sense. I can go farther back, because in my mind I was thinking, like, you don't want to go too far back behind the launch, and because you end up in that rotor. But so I did a little bit. I made my I had to adjust in my mind that I need to go back farther behind there, and I'm thinking, worst case scenario, if I go too far back and it just turns into an absolute sink and I just fall out of the sky, not really that big of a deal right back there. Kind of come into this uphill landing thing, but yeah, anyways, I'm so glad that I made the trip out, because I was thinking it was going to suck. It was overcast in San Diego today, and blew my mind. It was incredible. So I apologize if you're watching this and you were expecting some really good flying footage. Not today. To explain what happened, this little clip, I had glued it on my helmet, and the glue didn't hold on, and so it's not made. It's my helmet has that rounded front, and the sticky deal that's supposed to hold on to there was not rounded, and so only a little piece was connected, and when I put it in the bag, it came out. So, whatever. But anyways, this is mainly the reason I'm documenting this, is more for the progress, and some people like to know what's going on and what's going on in my head, and that's what's going on. Craziness. So appreciate. We crossed another milestone. We have 80 subscribers at this point. But as always, have fun. Don't risk it, no biscuit.